Alright guys, welcome to the video. Now, I've been in Ironman prep since late May, early June. It is now middle of October, it's October 14th, and I decided I wanted to test my 1 mile time, like max, see what I can do. So previously, a few months ago, my best time I think was like 5:57, 5:58, somewhere around there. I'm gonna see if I can beat it today. But I will tell you that every time I go for like a 1 mile timed run or a 2 mile timed run, my nerves are like crazy. Like I can go run a marathon, my nerves aren't like this. But if I run like a 1 mile or 2 mile timed run, my nerves are like next level. So let's see what we can do. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Whew. 5 minutes, 35 seconds, 1 mile pace. Not too bad. Whew. Feel good. I feel good. You know, training for like endurance stuff right now, long distance endurance stuff. I typically don't pace myself at a heart rate that fast or high. And let's see what my heart rate was. Get some heart rate stats. So, man, okay, heart rate, my resting heart rate right now is 46. And the highest my heart rate went during that run was 178. Right now, it's 120, 121. So, like I was saying, like my training right now, it's all endurance stuff, like mainly zone 2. I not rarely, but it's like 80% zone 2 training. Heart rate was higher. But a lot of my training for Ironman isn't at this pace right here. So, trying to find a pace that's comfortable and efficient for like 4 laps, 400 meter laps. It's different from my training right now, but I'm happy with it. I'm happy with 5:35. Welcome to a Monday at Bear Performance Nutrition, which is going to be Prank Monday on Preston and John. Now, we came across these at HEB yesterday while we were doing our weekly grocery haul. And it's pickle juice, which is marketed to be a sports drink. Now, everyone has always told me that like if you start cramping up on a race or during a training session, eat a pickle, drink pickle juice. They even hand out like pickle juice during like marathons at the Austin Marathon. The reason behind it is that like pickle juice is mainly, there's a lot of sodium in it. Like in one serving this, 250 milligrams of sodium, which helps with cramps. Electrolytes help with cramping. Now, there's a lot better options out there as a sports drink other than pickle juice, but I thought this would be funny for a prank. What we're gonna do is we're gonna tell Preston and John we are testing a new supplement, endurance supplement that is going to be lemon lime flavored. So we're gonna get their reaction on camera to the pickle juice. Ooh, yeah. Pure pickle juice. Before they try it, obviously I have to give it a little try just to be fair.
Ew.
It's pure pickle juice. Yeah, that's bitter. Wow. All right, so this is a lemon lime endurance formula. So we're each gonna give this a try. See what you guys think. All right, cheers. Steph, are you gonna grab yours? Yes. Cheers. All right, everyone, give it a try. Tell me what you guys think.
Dude, tastes like piss.
Pickle juice.
Yeah, that's terrible. Oh, you're so stupid. Oh, good joke. It looks like pee. I don't even know why I tasted it.
Now, the thing that I was wearing around my chest this morning, this is a heart rate monitor by Garmin. It goes around your chest and it connects to my Garmin 735. Now, the 735 has a built-in heart rate monitor, but with this, it is more accurate. So I wear this, not in all my runs, occasionally if I just want to use heart rate as a tool, which I'm about to talk about using heart rate training as a tool. But that's, if you have any questions, that's what was on my chest, that's what's on my wrist for my run this morning. Now, like I said, heart rate training is a tool that you can use for whether you want to get faster in sprints, like HIIT training, on shorter distances like a mile or 2 miles, or if you want to use it to get better at endurance work or ultra endurance work, like I'm training for the Ironman right now. It is a tool. It is not a end-all, be-all. It's not this holy grail, but you can incorporate it into your training, and it's the way I add it into my training. So we're going to talk about what the hell heart rate training is exactly. Okay, so for starters, heart rate training is based off of your max heart rate. So, max heart rate. The best way to find your max heart rate is honestly to go to like a lab and go through a series of exercises that find your actual max heart rate. But if you don't have access to a lab, like a lot of people don't, there's other equations, such as you can take 220 minus your age. So in my case, I am 29, and that equals 191. Not the most accurate, but it is it's a base number that you can go off of for your max. If you've spent some time in the weight room, you've probably heard of the RPE scale, or rate of perceived exertion. It is a scale from 1 to 10 being how hard you are pushing yourself. So like if you're at an RPE 1, well, you could technically do like 9 more reps. You stopped like 9 reps short. If you do like an RPE 8, you could have done 2 more reps. So you had a little left in the tank. RPE 10 is like, that was as much as you could do. That was 100% balls to the walls. Well, that's a perceived exertion. Heart rate training gives you more of a like objective number. So like, how do you use max heart rate to determine your training zone? There's 5 training zones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1 being the easiest, 5 being like as hard as possible, like you're sprinting and your heart rate is just elevated really high. So based off of your max heart rate, like I have the sheet right here, zone 1 would be 50 to 60% of your max heart rate. Zone 2 would be 60 to 70% of your max heart rate. This is where you're going to spend most of your time for like endurance sports. Like that's where I spend a lot of my time training because it increases your aerobic endurance. Zone 3 is 70 to 80% of max heart rate. Zone 4, 80 to 90%. And zone 5, 90 to 100% max heart rate. That's as hard as possible, as hard as you can go. And here is how it all comes together. So like I said, heart rate training is a tool. I use pace, I use feel, or like RPE. I use heart rate training all in throughout my training that I do. So like the intent of using heart rate is to be able to train aerobic endurance without training muscular endurance. So like what happens if you tell someone that's new or even experienced, hey, just go run. A lot of times they're gonna run harder than they should be running. Like sometimes you wanna run slower paces to work those aerobic zone 2 functions, because like I'm training for an Ironman. I need to be able to hold a high aerobic endurance without my muscular endurance just giving out. So like there's a time and place for different zones of training. I still incorporate zones 3, 4, and 5 in my interval work or speed work, but I'm not constantly looking down at my watch. Like today on my run, I will admit, I kept looking down at my watch because I was looking at pace. I was looking at heart rate because I was shooting for around 5:30 minute per mile pace. However, like they're all things that you can include in your training depending on what your goals are. Heart rate, pace, feel, all of it. It all comes together. All right, so next up on today's agenda, gonna get a little bit of a pump before tonight's 6 mile run. So we got 1 scoop of Flight, 1 scoop of pre-workout in Blue Raz, and we're gonna do 1 scoop of Endo Pump. This is Blackberry Lemonade. Throw these two together, throw this back, and hit the gym. Now, as I've talked about before, I'm still hitting, I'm in the gym 2 to 3 times a week right now still. In the beginning of prep, it was 3 to 4 times a week. Now it's 2 to 3 times a week. What I do is I really don't have a set schedule for resistance training. My priority is Ironman prep right now. But if I have extra time throughout the day, or if I'm feeling good, I'll come in here and grab a quick little pump session. Nothing crazy, no big compound movements. Nothing that is lower body related. I'll just come in here and hit maybe some back, some chest, some arms. Like today's a chest workout. But I always start off with some core. So I hit the GHG, I hit the hang leg raises, and then we'll get into an arm workout, some arm movements, get some blood flowing, moving before our 6 mile run tonight. So I'll just hop on here and I'll just fill it out. I'll just move around until my core gets a really good workout, rotating between GHG and hanging leg raises. All right, so first 3 miles of 6, 21 minutes, 37 seconds. So feeling good. Got some Trey Landon country music on point. Got 3 miles left. And we're back. So I did a 7-minute, 30-second, minute per mile pace, 6 miles. I'm dripping in sweat. I walked in. It's dripping all over the place, so I threw a bathing suit on because I'm that sweaty. Now, with heart rate tonight, I was teetering zone 3 and zone 4 actually. And the thing with heart rate is I did the same exact course, same exact run last week, and my max heart rate during that run was 131. So a lot lower zone. And there's other factors that can contribute to heart rate. So it's that's why I call it a tool during training, as well as pace and RPE, because temperature outside, humidity can affect your heart rate. Tonight was super humid. Last week was not humid at all. Dehydration can affect heart rate. What else? Caffeine intake prior to your cardio session and stress can all contribute to heart rate, as well as sleep. So there's a lot of factors that can change it. Like I said, last week's run and this week's run, same pace, same exact course, same route, same everything, but it was just last week I ran at zone 2. This week was zone 3, almost zone 4. So that's what I wanted to get across in this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. We're 19 days out from the Ironman. See you in the next video.